Clear to play.
All right, welcome back to Dan's painting vlog. Excuse me, this is gonna be loud. I apologize. I may or may not edit that to be quieter, depending on how lazy I am. Brushes, check. Plate, check. Lots of paints, check. Lots of unpainted models. And we're ready, and comments. We're ready to go. So, I figured I'd be painting some orc models today, just because it's been a while since I've really touched them at all. And when my new show, now okay, so to explain, I've been gone for 2 weeks. Okay, and I haven't even been home like a week yet, and lots of crap's going on, busy life, so-and-so. So anyways, I haven't really done anything, like anything at all, like Warhammer, War Machine, anything, in a really long time. So I kind of getting back into the mode. Yesterday I was actually pretty sick, I had a cough. You guys hear the remnants of that a little bit. As I say that, my throat gets an itch. I hate it. Anyways, so I was painting a little bit. So you guys know I was starting to paint up my sword knights. So here's the UA. I can't see him. Again, I'll do some stills afterwards, even though they're not completely done. And I don't know, the white, I always hate white because I paint the white, and then I wash the whole model, and the white doesn't really look well, but I tried washing it without the white too, and it didn't really look right, so I just ended up washing the white as well, and they just look more dirty. I think once I finish up like the basing of the model and everything, it'll look a lot better. But for now, not my best painted models, but I think sword knights, I think the models themselves look pretty cool. And I also got a hunter. Maha! Hunter! So basically what I figured out is that my defender, a lot of the times, although, no, you know, he does, because the defender is, 9 points, and he just sits there and he shells out like these massive shots and just can kill or severely hurt anything he hits. But he's usually hitting the big stuff, the weaken up, so when I charge in, I can completely finish it off so it won't retaliate. Especially because of a War Beast will always retaliate full strength because he'll probably be able to heal enough to get, enough damage in, so he basically hits you like a truck, like they all do. So you really want to finish them off. Like you either want to weaken them, or if you're going to get them down to almost dead, you have to get them all the way dead. Otherwise, it's worth it that way. Tactically wise. Oh, and I'm going to be painting my flash kit, because really I've only done like a dark yellow coat on his armor, and that's it. And I had this, his skin's like painted and like washed and everything. How did that happen? It's like with Thraka green. Anyways, I'm gonna be coughing throughout this, so I don't know what it is. I'm at home. I spent all day at home yesterday because I was coughing up a storm, and then like yesterday evening I was fine, and even this morning I like stayed home for a little bit, make sure I was on the mend, because I don't want to spread anything around MiniWarGaming, because all we ever do is talk on camera. So if everyone's coughing, it's just an unpleasant experience. But once I got here, I started coughing more again. Someone needs to clean up around here. So what was I gonna say? Well, yeah, so the defender hitting pretty hard. I need a water cup. Son of a... I'll be back. All right, I always forget something. Okay, I'm gonna eventually finish my thought on the defender that I started like 5 minutes ago. But, okay, on my trip to California, I always forget something on my trips. And so I went to church there, right? Because when I lived there for 2 years in California, I was a Mormon missionary. So basically all my acquaintances are through church. And I didn't really tell anyone I was coming too, so I just kind of like showed up at church and I was like, hey, and it was great and it was awesome, because I forgot my church shoes. So I was wearing flip-flops. Yep, it was like all nice, perfect, shaved. That's why I shaved too. I want to look nice for everybody. Then we probably wouldn't even recognize me with my big boisterous beard. Although I do love my beard. It's getting hot and humid out, and I'm almost thinking of trimming this down as well, because it's just, Canada gets humid, especially in southern Ontario. And I haven't even been home for like 6 years, like during a summer. I've always been out working, always gone. And so it's just like, could I see? But I'm glad to be here, MiniWarGaming. It's good times. So yeah, so I forgot my shoes and I was wandering around in sandals at church, and I was in California, right? It was good. I started joking around, like, oh, I'm not actually from Canada, I'm from Hawaii. That's why I'm wearing. That's why I'm wearing flip-flops. So where was? Oh yeah, the Defender. So the Defender, occasionally he gets to go in and he charges later on, and he works as a melee jack as well, which he is good at. But a lot of time he just sits back, and for 9 points, I could scrape off 3 points, and for what I use it for, a hunter can have a lot more mobility, he can flank a lot more, because he has like extended control range. And he does about the same damage to heavy jacks, or anything with medium or large bases. It's about the same damage, because he only does he's only strength 6, but it's armor piercing. So if I'm doing strength 15 against armor 18, that's -3. So, but if you take 18 divided in 2, that's only 9, and at strength 6, that's still -3. So actually, against armor 18, it's exactly the same amount of damage. Once it gets below 18, then the Defender starts to do more damage, but I only really want to hit the big guys anyways. And because I'll probably put him with a Journeyman Warcaster, which, yeah, that's really nice, so I don't have to stay within 6 inches, I can be within 12 inches of the Journeyman. And then really just have a lot more freedom. And then with Pathfinder, I can run through. I recently faced Jordan. It was super annoying, because he was using Cray with a hunter, and the hunter would literally go into the forest, walk up to the edge of the forest, shoot, and because he's a light warjack or a light cavalry now, because of Cray, he moved back into the forest far enough that I couldn't see him. And then he walked up and boosted shot against my caster. Bam. Okay, so before I get to the comments, I'd like to relate the experience I had this past weekend. We had a tournament in War Machine. All right. So awesome. And I was really excited, and then I woke up and my car was gone because someone in my family decided to go shopping and not tell me, and so I had to call and harass them, and they finally got home, and I drove here, and I was just in time when they started the tournament. I would have made them wait. Who am I kidding? Ooh, text. I'm wearing all white. Why am I painting? Are you going to be home? It's my sister. Before 5. Nope. I'm going to be here painting. I know this is very exciting stuff. And I'm also going to demo War Machine and Horde. Well, Hordes, our sales guy, Mike, he was the one that I got accidentally pied instead of Matt. That was hilarious. He has a Trollblood army, and so he's slowly finishing it. So I'm gonna have a game with him tonight, just like a battle box game, just to get him used to the rules. So I'll probably be here till 8, because I'll probably end up playing another game and another game, or maybe just one big game. Where was I? No idea. I am lost. That is what I know, and it's funny because one of you guys, at least one of you guys, remembers, and you're waiting for me to finish my thought, or maybe you're not. Maybe you just don't care at all. You just want to have some. What do you want? What? I don't even see. My brain is just. If anyone could actually understand anything that's going on inside my brain, they'd have to be superhuman, I think. Or just, who would know? Even Matt, sometimes, like talking about work. And he's like, so, what's the plan? I'm like, Or he's like, so what were you thinking when that happened? And I was just like, And he looks at me weird and kind of just leaves me alone. And I get everything done. And he's happy. But like when I'm around people, you know what I figured is that not everyone, but most people are into MiniWarGaming or just like miniature wargaming. Not necessarily MiniWarGaming, but anything. I guess you're into MiniWarGaming if you're listening to this. But you get into the hobby of miniature war games, whether it be War Machine or 40K or Fantasy or Lord of the Rings or Firestorm Armada, which I have no desire to play, or anything else, is because usually you lack some sort of social skill. Or it's just, I don't know, it's the stereotype, I guess. And stereotypes exist for a reason, right? I love saying that. Next time you hear a racist joke and someone like rails on the person, if it wasn't that bad of a racist joke, or if someone's just like joking around and they're like not really meaning it, or it's not even that racist, if someone just thinks it, or a stereotypical joke. I guess racist jokes are pretty bad, but like stereotypical jokes are great. Although sometimes they can be racist. Anyways, just say, hey, stereotypes exist for a reason. And just leave it at that. And it's just like, and they're like, it's good times. Good times. So anyways, where was it going? Where's his base? So I recently also got an ork fighter bomber. Or, I guess, bomber. It's covered in tape. Because, okay, so I spray painted black. So it's all black on the bottom. And then the parts, I kind of wanted stripes that remain black. And so all it is masking tape. Okay, so I put some like stripes up on the wings. I wanted the cockpit and all the middle go down from like exhaust. And then 2 stripes on the wings. So basically, what I did after that is I took the spray can and I aimed it at it, and I kind of just got the front of it. So if you look at it straight on, it's all red, like completely red. If you look at it from back here, it's all black though. And then if you look at it on the top, there's like a gradient. So it's like red going into black. And so it's not completely dry yet. And so there's like little speckles of red everywhere, which is fine, because it's great. And for those of you who are curious, I built the bomber, the big bombs. So I'm going to magnetize these to go up on the bottom once I paint them. And then what that'll do is, because they're only one-shot weapons, so it's just easier to, just pop them off once you use them. And I still think the fighter is the best one, because you can have like 3 to 4 super shooters, and you can get it up to ballistic skill 4, so you're hitting on 3s instead of 5s. Which is a big deal when they're strength 6 and they're assault 3 each. And they have nice long range, so you can just kind of like flank them completely and just draw a lot of fire. I mean, it's hard to get in cover anywhere, but with 6th edition, who knows? I'm pretty excited for 6th edition rules. Maybe the flyers will be harder to hit if they move further. And then with the cover save, even though the universal cover save is going down to 5, if you've moved a lot and it makes it harder to hit, it might even it out. So looking forward to that. Although then again, my Ludas, when they're hitting on 5s and 6s, might only hit on 6s now for things that they want to shoot at. Speculations galore, I don't know. But I'm still excited to be able to see what will be done. Yes, so if any of you are asking, I'm very excited for the new edition. And I love changes, like adapting, and not that I want to find the biggest, baddest, broken thing out there, but when someone does, I want to be able to beat it, kind of thing. That's what I like doing. Okay, you figure out how you're going to slaughter me, and then I'll figure out how to prevent it. And I will live a happy life. It'll be fantastic. I'm so excited about that bomber. Oh my goodness. At first I wasn't like at all. Like, I mean, the models look cool, but I was like, use them, Okay, because the fighter bomber, it's only strength 7. I mean, it's hard to get it because you have to get right up in their face. So you almost, I mean, you can turbo boost, or not turbo boost, but go out 36 inches, which is so far. And so in 6th edition, if that makes you extremely hard to kill after you do that, that might be super amazing. Either way, you need to get, and of course, give a red paint job. That's why I painted it red, to be able to go faster. Because with the fighter bomber, or the bomber, I forget what it's called, you need to get up in their face and then drop those bombs, because you're probably going to get killed whether the bomb does anything or not. But it's only strength 7, but it's 2d6 armor pen. So on average, you're getting 14. So you'll glance land raiders on average dice, which is fantastic. So a bit of luck, great. Not so much luck, I guess, you're not hitting a land raider, but land raiders are hard to pop anyways. So nothing different there. And being able to, I think it might be your most reliable way. But then again, oh no, this is great, is when you shoot it, it deviates 1d6 no matter what. So you don't really need to hit anything. And a land raider's so big that when you drop it, it just moves over. Like, it's probably going to stay on the land raider if you get close enough to drop it right in the middle, because you just dive down and bomb. So I think that's pretty sweet as well. What else should I paint red? So in a few minutes, I'll take off all the tape so you guys can see. All right, let's start reading comments. Sinister Dan V01. Version 1? I thought I was version 1. Oh, you're Sinister Dan version 1. Okay. Hey Dan, just thought I'd let you know I'm glad you're becoming more involved in the video making part of MiniWarGaming. Oh, and also making my first War Machine army along with you. It's Kador, if you were wondering. Sweet. My Sheeb from out west, if you watched that kill team battle report I just did with him, the reason I did the kill team and not a full battle report, we wanted to play a full game, we just didn't have time. So we had to go. I totally effed up these guys' eyes. It looks terrible. I'll have to touch that up later. But yeah, so he thought like the Kador, they looked Russian. Actually, I wanted to collect Kador. And I was like, oh, Kador look awesome. I'm going to collect Kador. And then I turned around and I'm like, looked at like the bajillion models that Matt had. I'm like, well, that's kind of boring. So I'll collect Signar. And I'm very happy with them. I enjoy them thoroughly. And I almost collected Troll Bloods as well, but I already knew like 3 people collecting Troll Bloods. And now our sales and warehouse guy both collect Troll Bloods. So again, it's just like, I want to be, you just need that feeling of uniqueness. Even though there's lots of Signar players, there's like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 around here in the club that play. Oh, now I remember, I was going to talk about the tournament. Yes, let's talk about that. All right, tournament, great. So first game, I brought Siege, and I was against Kador, very experienced player, and hopefully I'll be able to get him in here. Okay, surprise who it is. Basically, moved up, turn 2 or 3. It was a death clock too, so you had 37 minutes per side. So you start, go, when you end your turn, you stop, and they immediately start theirs. And so, kind of like chess. It was really fun. It made you keep up like the pace of the game. Now I'm burping too. Made the game a lot more exciting. So I moved up, he moved up, doing things. He brought like behemoth. The widow makers were annoying the crap out of me, so I killed them. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, he got one objective point. He like moved up and grabbed it. And I was like, I'm having none of this. But he moved his caster way up. Not way up, just a little up. With Signar, it was way up because I could reach everywhere. And so it was within 14 inches of my caster and my defender.